Hello and welcome back to Contra Critiques in Cars with Emily. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm super happy I'm not driving right now. We are stuck in the leaving the venue traffic. But I don't have to do that because I get to talk to you lovely people. So I was really excited about this show. I really wanted to see this band pretty much for one song. So let's get into it. So I went to Pierce the Veil at Jiffy Lube Live, and Daisy Grenade and Sleeping with Sirens opened. So let's just get into it because we got a lot to talk about. So Daisy Grenade, I feel like I've definitely seen them before recently, maybe. Definitely have to check back, but I'm pretty sure I've seen them before. So their first song was instrumentally Heavy Start. Really liked the instrumentals, definitely, especially in the chorus. And I really liked the lyrics in the second verse. Their second song was a really good follow-up, especially instrumentally wise. They definitely felt very similar while still feeling different. I really liked the shift in the bridge, and they had the crowd sing part of the chorus, which is always risky as the first opener, but hey, I thought it was great. Quick short feel in the third song instrumentally. I wasn't a fan of the lyrics in the first verse. I really liked the instrumentals in the chorus, but it was hard to hear the lyrics in the chorus when all the instruments came in for that song. And it's funny because as I was writing about the lyrics, I was like, I swear I said the same exact thing about this song before. And honestly, it's almost like they kind of change the way that they sing it, because I think they're purposely trying to sound a specific way based on what the lyrics are saying. So again, just not a huge fan of that song. But the next song after that, it was a slower start that was less instrumentally heavy, and I really loved the bass. I liked the lyrics in the first verse. It started with just the bass only, and I really liked it. It was really good. I liked the chorus, and they had the crowd clap during the bridge. And then they had the crowd get low during one of the choruses after the bridge, and then jump up. Oh, people are walking, and my car is, it's keeping the lookout for me. That's nice. And then they had them jump up during the second repeat of the chorus. So yeah, that was just a fun thing. After that, they played a cover song. They said the name and the artist, but I did not catch it. I had to look it up on my phone, and it was Taste by Sabrina Carpenter. And I was like, I don't know this song. Didn't know it. But would have loved the song that I knew. But it was actually a good follow-up. It was very similar feel-wise. And so yeah, so that was a good follow-up, but again, obviously I would have appreciated it more if I'd actually known the song. After that, they played a new song, which is not yet released. It's called Don't Sweat. It's a quick instrumental, and then they came in with dual vocals for the chorus. The instruments in the verse gave a really 80s vibe. Overall, it felt very different from their other songs. I liked the lyrics in the second verse. They had the crowd wave their hands back and forth, and then right after she was like, how'd you like our pop song? Definitely more of a poppy song for sure. After that, they talked about Dave Shapiro, who was part of creating this tour, and I thought that was a really nice touch. And then after that, they played her song Riot, instrumentally Heavy Start. Really liked the quick short feel of the lyrics and the lyrics in the first verse. One of the singers came to the front of the stage and stood on this. There must have been a platform or a staircase or something at the front, so she stood there. And then they had a crowd clapping for the bridge. And then after that, she was I don't know, there must have been someone in a banana costume, so she was like, hey, I see you, banana costume person. Again, she said the name of the song, Paper something. I don't know if it even was Paper, but I couldn't hear the end of it. But the song had a quick short feel in the verse. I wasn't the biggest fan of the lyrics in the second verse, but they did have a choreographer dance moves in the instrumental bridge, which was kind of fun. And then the instrumentals came in for the next song. I really liked the instrumentals in that song, and the chorus especially. It had an instrumentally heavy start. I liked the lyrics in the chorus. Then there was a drop in the instruments for the verse, and then they built up to the chorus, so I really liked that. I actually really liked that song. That was maybe my favorite part of their set. That was the best part. I liked that song. So great choice putting it last, because that was my favorite of theirs. Then after that, we saw Sleeping with Sirens, and the first song had an instrumentally heavy sound with a short, quick feel. I want to say maybe it was Kick Me When I'm Down. That was the lyric that was repeated often. And then they stopped before the first chorus to say like, yeah, Virginia. So that was pretty cool. I love the instrumental bridge, super fun. They were just jumping around, and then they kind of like wound down for the ending. So that was a really good start. I really liked a lot of pieces of that song. The next song had an instrumentally heavy start, screaming in the first chorus at the beginning. There was a drop in instrumentals for the verse. So like the chorus was at the beginning, right? So they started their song with the chorus. So that's what I'm talking about. So they were screaming in the first chorus, but it was like at the beginning of the song. Then there was a drop of instrumentals for the verses. Really liked it. Great follow-up. Thought it was good. After that, he encouraged the pit to do pit things. Quick short feel with less heavy instrumental start. And then there was a build up with screaming into the chorus. I really liked the lyrics in the chorus, and then I liked the instrumentals in the verses. I really liked this song. He like threw the mic up in the air. There was a heavier sounding bridge, and then there was like a drop in the instrumentals at the end of the bridge. So I really loved that. So I really liked that song. So after that, he was like, oh, this is the craziest stuff I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, yeah, no. I love Virginia, but I don't think that that's the craziest stuff you have seen over the years of your performing. Anyway, he said it was a song about family. Instrumentally heavy, loved the instruments, what that came in with the lyrics. Definitely more of like an emo vibe, which I loved. And then he used the word mistress in the first verse, which is always A-okay in my book. And there was a breakdown for the bridge. He let the crowd sing part of that, and then there was like a nice back build up. So I really liked that song as well. After that, there was a slower feel, but still instrumental heavy start. Slight drop in the lyrics, similar feel to the previous song. Good follow up. Love the transition from the chorus and into the second verse. I really liked the bridge a lot in that song. There was like a drop for the chorus after the bridge, so I really liked that too. And then, you know, the instruments came in full again. And I want to say maybe this was Who Are You Now, maybe was the song title. That seemed to be said a lot. Oh, there we go again. You can click the thing and mute the sound. There. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. So the next song asked him to hold up their hands and keep them up. And he was like, who came here with their best friend? Hold up your hand. He was like, who showed their best friend our music? He's like, look around, because of you, like, we're still going, and this is a sold out show. So yeah, so it was just like a fun little thing. Then after that, the next song started with some higher notes. It was a little rough at first. I was like, oof. But after like the first time, it was good. He let the crowd sing parts of the first verse. I liked the instrumentals in the beginning. I really loved the quick short feel of the lyrics in the second verse. Had the crowd put their hands up. Liked the lyrics in the chorus. Instrumentals dropped like to only guitar for the bridge, which I really liked. And then he stopped all the instrumentals and let the crowd sing one last chorus. So that was really cool. That was fun. So after that, they took out an acoustic guitar. There was definitely a slower feel, but it still was like, it had a short quickness to it in the lyrics, so I really liked that. I liked the instrumentals during and between, like there was like laws in the song, or maybe it was like in between the chorus. Then the full instrumentals came in. I thought the song was really well placed, even though it was a slower song. And I loved like the quick short feel in the second verse. And then there was an instruments drop in the first part of the bridge, which I really, really liked. And then at the ending, like it came back in 1/4 of the way through the bridge. So that was pretty cool. And then they let the crowd sing at the end of the bridge. The bridge was awesome. I don't even know if it was fully just the bridge. Like that could have been like bridge, chorus, third verse. Not really sure. But a lot was going on at the end of that. It was awesome. There was fluctuations. There were oohs at the end or ohs at the end. And I want to say that was a change from what's probably recorded, but it was awesome. That song was great. Like that song ended really well. I thought they did a really nice job on that one. After that, I want to say the song was Bloody Knuckles. I think that's what it's called. But it had like a quick, heavy feel when the lyrics came in with like a little bit of instruments, and then it came in really full before the first verse. I really liked the lyrics in the second verse, and then there was a breakdown for the bridge, which I liked. It sounded like at the beginning, the lyrics were almost like muted. I don't know if there was a filter on the mic, And then for the bridge, the beginning of the bridge, it also sounded like it was muted. So I actually really liked that effect. I thought that was cool. And then after that, they had an extended intro, outro. Sorry. They had an extended instrumental outro. So that was cool. See, it freaks me out every time. Then the next song, they had an instrumental beginning with some woes. There was a screaming part, and then the instrumentals for the bridge. Then it built back up to the chorus. There were some instrumental drops and some quick build-ups, so that was pretty cool. And the like woes at the best were the best part of that song. So that maybe wasn't the best for me, but I did like the variation at the end. After that, the lyrics came in with like light instrumentals. Really liked the lyrics. Let the crowd sing part of the instrumentals. Completely dropped the instrumentals for that part. They were really good about that. They would like totally drop the instrumentals so that the crowd could sing. Then the instrumentals came in full. I really liked the lyrics. Loved the instrumentals and the verse and the chorus. Quick short feel without feeling overly heavy, so that was kind of nice. There was like a big drop for the bridge, and I really liked the lyrics, and then build back up to the chorus after the first few lines. Again, there was like no instrumentals, but he continued singing, and then it was like really heavy instrumentals to end the song, so that was cool. Then after that, it was an instrumentally heavy start, dropped for the verse. I liked the lyrics in that song. Again, quick short feel into the chorus. Great set ender, loved it. They let the crowd sing the bridge. I really liked the chorus after the bridge for some reason. I don't know if it was just like coming off the bridge, it was really good, but it was definitely good. And then the instrumentals came in at the end, and then everything came back in full to end up the song. So that was a great way to end the set, I thought. All right, so then after that, let's get into Pierce the Veil. So they came like not out to, there was just like an Italian song playing, and when the lights went out, and then like there was like a bassy sound, and then like you saw their banners. They had 5 banners hung in front of the instruments, and then they dropped as the percussion came in. That was pretty cool. So anyway, I recognize the song. It's definitely off their new album. I was actually really excited to see that song. I like that song a lot, because I really love the instrumentals in the chorus and the verses, and then the short, quick feel of the lyrics. The chorus always reminds me of a Strata song, and it just, like, I love it. And I don't know if that was like any inspiration whatsoever, but the song is so good and it just made me happy. So anyway, I love the guitar in the bridge. Love the instrument right after that part. The guitar part is cool. And then again, it sounded like maybe a little bit muted. Lyrics are great. Fantastic opener. Really happy to see that song. After that, the next song had a heavy instrumental start with screaming in the verse right before the chorus. An overall heavier feel. Sounded like they had an extended instrumental bridge. Awesome guitar solo. Really liked the instrumentals on that one. There was like smoke coming on the stage, and then again, like at the song, he was like, "Yeah, Virginia." So that was cool. Definitely fun to hear him say Virginia and then DC and then Virginia and DC. So that was that was fun. You never knew which one you were gonna get. You're like, are we gonna be DC this time, or are we gonna be Virginia? The lights went down, and then there was like a sudden flash with the images on the back of the, like in the back of the stage on the screens. And so that was kind of cool. Like you'd like hear a little bit of like instruments with the flash, and then they would totally go dark, and then you would hear a little bit of instruments. So that was cool. So then they came in full, dropped a bit for the verse, went into the chorus with some screaming. Definitely sounded again like an extended instrumental bridge. I liked the filter on the voice during the bridge. Good build back up into the chorus. The bassist, okay, so just like overall the bassist because he's also the one who does the screaming, super impressive. He's like running around the stage in between when he has to sing. He doesn't care. He's just like enjoying it, and he's just like rocking out. So that was pretty cool. Then after that, bongo started. There was a slower start, and it was just instrumental. Still had like a slower feel, but full instrumentals came in before the lyrics did. And then again, this is where he said, "Hey, DC." He wanted us to prove that we were, that Pierce the Veil fans were the loudest fans. So he let the fans sing part of the song. I really liked that song. After that, the next song had a high pitch glockenspiel sound-ish. I guess glockenspiel feels sound high pitched because it's metal. I'm not really sure. But it came on, and then the instrumentals kicked in. It had an instrumentally heavy start when the lyrics came in. There was screaming in this song with the lyrics. It was kind of hard to understand most of the songs when there was screaming and heavy instrumentals were difficult to understand. But then there was a slowdown or a breakdown with less instrumentally heavy. It was super interesting. It was so interesting, like not in a bad way, not like, oh, that's interesting. It was interesting. It was like I just wasn't expecting it. It was like you got this like heavy screamy start, and then all of a sudden it's just like this breakdown. It was like, oh, okay. But it came back in full for the chorus. The bass started for the Pixies cover, Where's My Mind? So that was cool. It definitely changed the ooze. And then I think he went into another one of their songs. Honestly, it could have been 3 different covers, 2 of the covers I didn't know, or it could have just been the Pixies and then their own song. Either way, loved it. Fantastic. Loved the mashup. Music dropped for the bridge and then came in full. And again, that's when like it could have been a 3rd song, but I didn't know the song, so it, you know, it was what it was. After that, after that, he had the crowd put their hands up and clap for the beginning of the song, Circle something. I don't know. Again, he said it, but I couldn't really understand it. There was a quick short feel with full instrumentals at the beginning. I really liked the chorus. We haven't moved yet. Talk to the crowd before going into the bridge. So, and then I like the lyrics in the bridge. So yeah, that was a good song. After that, he talked about celebrating like their history with us. So they took it back to the beginning. There was a less instrumentally heavy start. The instruments came in full for the chorus. There was definitely a short, quick feel at the end of the chorus into the bridge, and then back into the end of the chorus. So I really liked that. Like, and then there was like a quick screaming lyric, which was really good. And there was like a slow breakdown that goes into the bridge and the chorus at the end of the song. Really liked the guitar transition into the end of the song as well. So yeah, it was a really good song. Oh my gosh, this was like the song. Again, I thought maybe they had ended the song and then like started again, but I don't think they did. They just kind of would like, it was like a roller coaster. It was like really like low instrumentals and then high instrumentals. And then they kind of, yeah, they would come back in full. But I really did like the variation in that song at the end. After that, there was a recorded sound while they got ready for the next song. And then they came back sitting with acoustic guitars. Really liked the quick, short feel of the verses, and then the lead into the chorus. It was a bit more instrumentally full than the verses. The lights went down for a brief pause, but then they came back, and this time the lead singer had an electric guitar. Originally, he didn't have a guitar. It was only the guitarist and the bassist who had guitars the first time, and then they came back with him having a guitar. The song, okay. So this song was one off their first record, less instrumentally heavy start, great build up into the transition into the second verse. I really liked the lyrics in both of the verses, and then he got off the stool and at the end of the song got off the stool and it was like, guys, I haven't seen anyone crowd surf to this song for like 17 years. So that was pretty fun. I loved the bridge and the instrumentals and the varied singing, especially in the second half of the bridge. Really liked that. There was like a quicker, shorter feel. And then the instruments came in full for the rest of the bridge and then the chorus after that. Yeah, and so the bassist was like banging on his guitar. It was pretty fun. And they let the crowd repeat the ahs at the end. So it was great. I really liked that song. It was good. It like started nice and like acousticy, but then kind of like picked up and wasn't as much so. So then after that, there was smoky stage and the lights were all red. And then he had this like light up megaphone. So that was cool. Made a cool effect on the sound of lyrics. Instrumentally heavy start. Loved the guitar before the chorus and after the chorus. Loved the drop in instrumentals for the verse. Really liked the feeling that there was like a slowdown in the chorus. And then there was a huge shift in the bridge. So I really liked that as well. After that, the next song started with like one line and then went into instrumentally heavy. I really liked the lyrics in the chorus. There was a short, quick feel in the verses, so that was really good. Loved the instrumental bridge and the drop in the instrumental towards the end, the ooze towards the end, and then the instrumental drop, the crowd sang the last line. So that was pretty cool that they got, they were really good about like letting the instruments drop so that the crowd could sing. He introduced the band and he was like, these are my emergency contacts. And I was like, yay, they're going to play my song. It's the song I came to see, Emergency Contact. The opening instruments were so great. I'm pretty sure they changed the guitar part, or at least it was really much easier to hear. Pre-chorus is my favorite, so that was so amazing to see live. They let the crowd sing the first time they say emergency contact, so that was cool. Definitely, so in the second verse, I don't know if he like stopped to say something and then just kind of like kept singing, or tried to like sing that part of the song. But whatever, it was a cool change and I'm not gonna complain about it. It was amazing. Definitely played too early for me because obviously I would have loved that to be the last song, but that was not the case. They let the crowd sing part of the first verse for the next song, which had a really great instrumental shift for the chorus. Fantastic follow-up for the song, even though obviously I wish the other one was last, but it's okay. They let the crowd sing for what I'm assuming is the bridge. Loved the lyrics and the instrumentals towards the end, before the chorus. So then they went off for their encore, and then the words, "Can we create something beautiful?" came on the screen, and then a few seconds later, "and destroy it." So the next song that they came out to was instrumentally heavy. Loved the quick short feel in the middle of the first verse. I really liked the instrumentals in the second verse. Fun instrumentals in the bridge. There was screaming, like the guitar towards the end. Went to the speakers and it looked like he was trying to like create feedback, even though I don't think it really did. The next song was Hold On Something. People held their flashlights up. This definitely had a slower feel, but still had like a full instrument sound. Loved the lyrics and the entire song. And then he was like, he stopped at one point and told everyone to look around. And then to sing the next part, he sat on there were boxes like around the stage so that they could step up on top of them. So he sat on one of those for part of the bridge, and they let the crowd sing. I really like the song a lot. So yeah. And then at the end, he threw his guitar at one of the crew members. So that was pretty cool. Then the last song, they came in with guitars and bass and sounds, with the lyrics of the chorus. Then the instruments came in, super short, quick feel. Loved it, like so short, so quick. They brought the lead singer of Sleeping with Sirens back out for the song. Liked the shift in the instrumental to the chorus and then back to the verse. And I really liked the lyrics in the chorus and really loved the build up, and the instruments in the bridge. So yeah. All right. Score. Wow. I just feel like I just like went through a lot of information. Daisy Grenade, again, good. Definitely had a few low songs, but I really like the song they ended on, so that was a really smart choice. Sleeping with Sirens was great. I thought they started with a really fun song, and definitely fun to see them. I obviously personally liked their more like emo sounding songs. But yeah, I thought they did an awesome job overall, and they were definitely a good opener. They definitely hyped me up for Pierce the Veil. Pierce the Veil started with a song that I knew and loved, and then obviously played my favorite. So I was really excited about that. Overall, I would say this concert was, I don't know, I guess I feel bad. I'm going to go with like an 8.2. I maybe am the one who can be blamed for this score. It was a really great show. It was hard to hear when all the instruments were playing for every single band, not just for Pierce the Veil. But overall, it was a really great show. Definitely entertaining and energetic. I thought the songs were well placed, especially the slower ones. And then obviously Emergency Contact came way too early for me. But I understand that Pierce the Veil's been around for a long time, so there are other songs that other people want to see last. But yeah, so what do you think? Were you there? Did you want to go? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!